guys, my name is Erin. Welcome to today's video. We're looking a little different. Please ignore the mess in the background. I would say I'm working on it. I kind of am not. But anyway, I recently decided to cosplay Iguro from Demon Slayer. And because the upcoming con that I'm going to is in Japan, that's in September, so we have a ton of time. But he wears a mask, or he wears bandages around his mouth. So since it's the pandemic and we're gonna have to be wearing masks at the con, I figured why not just make an entire mask of bandages. And I was like, you know, I could just wrap it in bandages, but that sounds really not fun. Not to mention, you know, I would like the protection of an actual mask. I do have my vaccination, but you know, better to be safe than sorry. So yeah, I will go ahead and show you the prototype. So it looks very unassuming. But once it's on, like that, really just have to adjust it around, and we can make it work. Only thing is that this has some extra space here that I want to pull in, as well as having put the straps on after sewing in the lining, which is not what I want to do this time around. So I did the trial and error, and now I'm going to show you how you're actually supposed to do it, so that you don't have to try twice, just once. Sweet spot. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so first things first, there's a pattern. I got this off online. It comes in different sizes. The small worked for me because I'm a small person, but definitely print out a few of the sizes just to try, so that you'll figure out which one works and which one doesn't. And yeah, so once we have that, we're going to cut them out. I'm just using white cotton so that it's a good layer base for all of the gauze. You can use whatever you'd like, but in this case, his bandages are white, so we go in white. Next up, we're gonna go and we're gonna sew this curve right here on both. So I will be right back. Okay, so I'm going to bring this up a little bit. Okay. Hey guys. Okay, so I'm gonna put the pattern here. By the way, should have mentioned earlier, but there's a longer piece to this that is for if you want adjustable straps. If you want to, I will link the tutorial down below and you can look through it. We're doing fixed straps, so we cut that part off, and that's going to keep that extra fabric from bunching up like it did with the first one. So just trust me on this one. Oh, by the way, fixed is just sewing in the elastic bands, so I didn't know if that would be vague or not. But now that we have them sewed, what we're gonna do is we're gonna open them up. Boop. And then we're actually going to flatten this seam. You can use an iron if you'd like to, but I'm lazy and I'm just gonna press it open with my fingers. And we're gonna do this to both. This is just so that we can clip it a little bit and make sure that it looks nice and smooth over the contour of the face, rather than like staying out or going in a different way that you want it to. So just open up the seam, press down. All right. So it doesn't matter if you're going white like I am. It doesn't matter which piece is the fabric and the lining. Just pick one. I'm actually gonna clip a little bit of the seam around the nose area right here, just so we get a better, like, no, I already explained this, so we're fine. There we go. And that way when we put it on, it goes over the contour real nice. Okay, I might as well make this one the one that I'm using. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my wig head. If you don't have a wig head, totes fine, but this is gonna make your life a lot easier. They're like $5. I don't know what they are on Amazon, but like, land of the unholy Hobby Lobby, they're like $5. I have had this one for a very long time. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take a pin, put it there where it's going to stop. And I'm gonna do that on both sides, just so we don't have to worry about it slipping or anything. So this is where we're at. Yeah, the bottom situation I'm not crazy about. And I don't really want, I don't know if I want, they wouldn't be visible still. It might be a real pain to put in a pleat right there. So for now, we're just gonna go with it. So what you need, I might just steal some of this, but what you need is some gauze. This is like first aid gauze. So you can find it at like H-E-B, CVS, whatever it is for you, because H-E-B is just Texas. I think I saw a Kroger's once. Not sure though. Okay. So for Iguro, I'm gonna go ahead and hold this up. So for Iguro, the bandages just go straight across. When I made the prototype, I decided to have them kind of going in different directions. It didn't look bad, but I think I'm going to try doing the straight across this time. You don't have to worry about how the sewing looks on the actually on either. It doesn't have to be clean at all. You can even use like the wrong thread color. No, it's not gonna do anything. So yeah, be free. Do what you want. So I'm making it higher just because I have to have a mask for the con. But like honestly, it's nice that Iguro wears a mask anyway. So I don't really have to deal with anything. Trim it. We're gonna leave a little bit, like about that. More than that, that was a little bit of perspective, but we're gonna go across and kind of mold it to the mask. So I'm gonna tilt y'all down again. Can I? Okay. So now you guys can kind of see. I'll try and work this way, but we'll see how well that goes. Okay. Okay, cool. So here's what we got. When I made this, I used a smaller gauze. This one is larger and folded in half to help with opacity. But this is literally just like 3 strands. So what we're gonna do next is we're going to take the lining. We're not gonna move this. We're going to, okay, wait. This is the part that I always forget. We're going to get the elastic. Well, actually, I might as well just tack this down right here. So yeah, I'm going to go tack this down. I will show you real quick how to put on the elastic, and then I'll go do that, and we'll be back to deal with the lining. That'll work for now. Okay, cool. Hi! So I just finished sewing the sides. If you look right here, it's a really tiny seam. I used an 1/8 inch of seam allowance. If you don't know how to tell that, the presser foot, if the presser foot is here and you're putting your fabric through, the end of the presser foot right here is 1/4 inch. But it has an opening in the bottom, kind of like that. This is the 1/8 inch. 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch. I think. It's smaller than 1/4, that's what I know. But yeah, went ahead and took care of that. And now I want to show you guys how to do the elastic. I'll be honest with you, I don't really know what seam allowance you're supposed to be using. I didn't get that far in the tutorial. It was a video, so I just didn't have the attention span to watch it. So, trial and error. I used a 7-inch elastic here. Wasn't really it. So, 6-inch. But remember, I'm small. So if you're regular sized, it's gonna be a little different. I recommend just kind of playing around with it like that. Make sure it's comfortable, that you don't, want to rip it off eventually. So, yeah. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is we're going to take our elastic, go to that seam, and we're gonna just put it right here. And then you're going to curve it like a little loop, and you're gonna do the same thing right there. This is so when it's sewn, like this, you have a nice little loop. Don't twist it. Keep it the same when you go around. That makes no sense, and I'm sorry. But just trust me and do it like this, okay? Alright, I'm gonna go do that right now, and then we'll walk through the lining. Okay, so we got them on. Go ahead and check if it fits. Mine fits really nice. I like it. And also, if I just tuck it in, it looks perfectly fine. Now, sometimes I'm a completionist. I don't know if that is one of these times. 'Cause like, I should. We'll try lining it. Even though I don't want to. We'll try lining it. But safety too. It came out so nice. But it's not finished on the inside, and there's still rough marks here. So we'll figure it out. So, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure the straps are folded in towards the right side, away from the seams. And what we're going to do as well is pull down the gauze at the top and the bottom so that when we sew the lining down and finish the edges, you'll still be able to place it how you want to without it getting stuck in the stitching. So yeah. So that's gonna be easy. Just kind of finesse everything in. That way you have your top and lower edges free. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to take our lining. I'm gonna cut notches in this because I didn't before. But what we're gonna do is take our lining, open it up, flatten that a little bit more. Okay, and then what we're gonna do is we are going to pin it like this. So you want right side and right side on the inside. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pindle around, and then we'll be ready to sew. Okay. All right, so it's all pinned. And next we're gonna do is we're gonna sew it around the edges, and we're gonna leave a space. We're gonna leave a space at the bottom. And while you're at it, don't stab your finger on camera. Just a little tip. Especially when you're working with white. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, few things. First of all, came out awesome. I forgot to turn that off anyway. Remember when I was like 7 inches for elastic was too big, so I'm going with 6. Go with 7. However, if you're like me and you underestimated, I guess, cut it in the middle and then sew just another little piece of elastic. Make sure that you do the seam over and back a good couple of times. That way, we Gucci. So yeah, there's still this raw opening right here where we turned it out, so that's gonna have to be hand sewed with a ladder stitch. Super easy. I'll leave a ladder stitch down below for you to look at. But yeah, you know, putting it on. I'm really happy with it. So yeah. And you can adjust the bandages. But yeah. Turned out great. Anyway, here's the finished product. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope this was helpful. I think this is like the most tutorial ever done. Most tutorial. I'm so bad at tutorials, but I did it! Yay! So anyway, thank you guys for joining me. I hope you have a great day. Hopefully this helps you out, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!